How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great. Hi, my name is May. A few months ago, I moved to a new country to start a better life. Everything was exciting, but also a little scary. One of the biggest challenges, speaking English. At first, I felt nervous all the time. Ordering food, asking for help, or even taking the bus felt like big mountains I had to climb. Maybe you feel the same way, but don't worry. You're not alone. Today, I want to share a real story with you. It's about a simple mistake I made when I took the wrong bus. Sounds funny, right? But this little moment taught me so much English and gave me confidence too. In this video, you'll learn real English phrases and practice speaking with me. So stay with me until the end, because you'll grow your English and maybe even smile a little too. Don't forget, repeat the key phrases with me. It will help you speak more clearly and remember better. Are you ready? Let's go back to that day. It was a sunny morning. The sky was clear, and the streets were full of people walking to work. I stood at the bus stop, holding a small folder with my resume inside. That day was important. I had my first job interview in English. I was nervous. My hands were cold, and my heart was beating fast. I checked the address again. Lincoln Street, Building 22. I looked at the paper in my hand and whispered the name softly, trying to remember it. Then, I saw a bus coming. The sign on the front said, Route 27. That number looked familiar, or maybe I just wanted it to be right. I thought, yes, this must be the one. There were people getting on, so I followed them. I didn't ask the driver. I didn't say anything. I just smiled and found a seat near the back. I was afraid of making a mistake in English, so I stayed quiet. The bus started to move. Outside the window, the buildings passed by quickly. I tried to relax. I repeated my answers in my head. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want this job? What are your strengths? But something felt wrong. The bus turned left instead of going straight. Then it passed a park I didn't recognize. I looked around. Nothing looked familiar. I took a deep breath and thought, maybe this is a different way to Lincoln Street. But 5 minutes later, I knew. I was on the wrong bus. My heart started beating faster again. I felt lost. I looked at the other passengers. Should I ask someone? Should I speak to the driver? I didn't want to make a mistake, but I also didn't want to miss my interview. That's when I decided to ask the driver. I stood up slowly and walked to the front of the bus. My heart was pounding. I smiled nervously and said, "Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" The driver looked at me kindly and said, "No, this is Route 27. Lincoln Street is on Route 14. My stomach dropped. "Oh no," I whispered. I looked at the time on my phone. I only had 25 minutes left. The interview was starting soon. The driver noticed my worried face. He said, "You can get off at the next stop and catch the number 14. It comes every 10 minutes. I nodded quickly. "Thank you. Thank you very much." As I walked back to my seat, I repeated the words in my head. Next stop, number 14, Lincoln Street. At the next stop, I got off the bus. I looked around. I was in a part of the city I didn't know, but I remembered the driver's words. The number 14 comes every 10 minutes, so I waited. And while I waited, I practiced. I whispered to myself, "Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" Then I repeated it louder. "Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" A few minutes later, the number 14 bus arrived. I took a deep breath and stepped on. This time, I didn't stay quiet. I smiled at the driver and asked clearly, "Hello, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" He answered, "Yes, it is. You can get off at stop 5. "Thank you," I said, with a big smile. I sat down feeling proud. I had made a mistake, but I used English to fix it, and that gave me confidence. When I finally arrived at the interview, I was a little late, but calm. I had already practiced speaking, asking questions and solving a problem. In English. Now, let's look at the English I used in this story, and how you can use it too. One of the most useful phrases is, "Excuse me." This is a polite way to get someone's attention. You can use it when you speak to a bus driver, ask a question, or talk to a stranger. Try it now. "Excuse me." Repeat with me. The full question I asked was, "Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" Let's break it down. Is this bus? You are asking about the bus you're on. Going to. This shows the destination. Lincoln Street. The place you want to go. You can change the location and use this sentence anywhere. Is this bus going to the airport? Is this train going to Central Station? Another helpful phrase from the story is, "You can get off at the next stop." The driver used this to explain where to leave the bus. Get off means to leave a bus, train, or other public transport. Next stop is the very next place the bus stops. More examples. I will get off at Main Street. Can I get off here? Also, I said, "Thank you." Always useful. Being polite makes people more willing to help you, especially when you're still learning. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me. "Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" You can get off at the next stop. Thank you. Practice these short, simple phrases often. They will help you feel more confident when you travel or speak in public places. Now it's your turn. Let's practice the phrases we learned in a fun way. Imagine you are at a bus stop in a new city. You want to ask the driver if the bus goes to your destination. Repeat after me. "Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" Great. Now, try to change the place name. Say it like this. "Excuse me, is this bus going to the airport?" "Excuse me, is this bus going to Central Station?" Remember, practicing different places helps you feel ready for real situations. Next, imagine the driver tells you where to get off. Repeat. You can get off at the next stop. Try changing next stop to other stops. You can get off at Main Street. You can get off at Park Avenue. Now, let's try a small challenge. I will say a sentence, and you repeat it out loud. Ready? 1. Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street? You can get off at the next stop. 2. Thank you. Excellent. You did great. Now imagine you are the bus driver. How would you answer if someone asked you about the bus? You can say, "Yes, this bus goes to Lincoln Street." Or no, this bus does not go to Lincoln Street. Try repeating these sentences too. Feel free to write in the comments how you would ask or answer about buses or places near you. Practicing with others will help you improve faster. Remember, every time you speak, even if it's just a little, you become stronger in English. Today, You learned how to ask for directions and talk about buses in English. You practiced important phrases like, "Excuse me, is this bus going to Lincoln Street?" And "You can get off at the next stop." Remember, learning a language is a journey. Sometimes you will make mistakes, like I did when I took the wrong bus. But every mistake is a chance to learn and get better. Keep practicing these phrases every day. Speak out loud, listen carefully, and don't be afraid to ask questions. You are already making great progress. Believe in yourself. If you liked this story and want to learn more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have many more stories and lessons just for you. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you in the next video, and keep speaking English confidently.